I love dancing, but I did choir growing up. That was about it. I think I'm pretty tone deaf, though.
The musical background is helpful, very helpful. And when you talk about travel, if you haven't, have you ever been to England?
So we just booked tickets to go next year.
Well, theater in England is vital to the people, and strongly, strongly urge you to check out theater in England.
Perfect.
And what's amazing, I don't know if you ever watch A&E or Masterpiece
Yeah.
Theater, but when you see the actors on stage, you'll recognize a lot. When you look at your playbill, you'll recognize a lot of the actors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, it is very cool. We saw an American play, Sweet Bird of Youth, with 2 American actors in it.
Oh.
So get ready for irony, too. That could happen, too. But seeing theater in a foreign country, especially in England, no language barrier, I really try to see at least 2 plays.
We're going for 10 days, so I definitely have the time to go. I know. That is a great question. So that was, yeah. Oh, I mean,
so much out there.
There is. That's why I'm like, I probably would be a comedy of some sort. Because I am awkward and I feel like then at least it portrays well with the comedy. I don't know. I'm gonna.
You can channel it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I think so. I think my first step to getting up there is doing one of those quickies or like improv type thing where I get nervous. I'm not going to remember the lines. I believe it. I mean, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know what character I'd want to be. That's a great question. And you gave it to me ahead of time, so I should have thought about it.
And then you might start reading some dramas and you might say to yourself, maybe I'd like to give this a try. Somebody really miserable.
What role would you be in? Okay, no, that's a very powerful role.
I never do another role again.
Well, I feel like if that's the case, you would be a perfect candidate for the role.
Comedy. Some of the ones at the Colonial, especially Park.
Yes, that was good.
Well, there's a lot of things you could work, audition for, but you're right to start in the quickies. Try that because you're only there's 2 things the Colonial. There are 2 things I like best about Colonial. Maybe you will too. Bring your own talent. And that's whether singing, writing, you can do a skit. And what's really nice, you can write a skit and then Sam Barrett will help you cast it. Or if you can't be, okay? And I'll tell you, she gets primo people to do it.
She does.
Yes. So you could write skits, run it by Sam Barrett. Also, besides, maybe someday you'll write a quickie, but there's the one night stand. You go, you meet your cast, and you write a play around it. And that can be a lot of fun. So and these are unique to the Colonial. Maybe other theaters do it, but I haven't heard of them. But it's great when one theater does something unique. And the Colonial does the quickies, too, which is unique. The last event of the play season is the Colonial quickie.
Mm-hmm.
So what's nice, great about the Colonial is the uniqueness. Now, what would you say you liked best about the Colonial? Overview, just thinking.
I think So the uniqueness is definitely important. I love how all of you wear so many different hats. Now, I mean, I'm getting into there, but just the actors on stage, and then I realized they did the site construction, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and they were selling tickets the day before. I really like the family feel, and I love your patrons. I've like met some of the repeat, like you have a crowd that comes and sees you guys because you're fantastic. I like fangirl. I crush on everyone.
Together and everybody else. And that just pervades the whole theater.
Absolutely.
In terms of good feeling among the people. Would you change anything if you could? And yes, you may speak freely. What's one thing you would do differently?
So I think, I mean, one, the physical size is definitely difficult. It's definitely an outdated building, but I kind of like that at the same rate. And this is something I would love to help with, is just getting the word out there about some of the plays to try to recruit. So every show is a sellout show. And I know that can't be, but I just, when the Manor was in Westchester, since that's closer to me, I like told my friends, I'm like, you got to get there because it's such a unique layout. And if anything, the building that it was in was beautiful. But yeah, I think that one, maybe the parking lot. It's limited parking, but I just would love to see more of a younger crowd with the older crowd to try to keep people going.
See, here's another thing. I myself, when I first became a member, and I was cleanup tech, and I heard the person I was cleaning with said, "Oh, the neighbors hate us," but I didn't know why. And it's because we park in front of their house on certain plays.
Right.
And the worst tends to be the quickies, because the quickies you have the biggest gap. Okay? And we can't all park in that little lot in front of the green room. Yeah, I don't know if this has been tried, but here's what I would love to try about the parking situation. Instead, now, and see, you can be assertive. Legally, you don't own the space in front of your house. That's public domain.
Right.
And you could be assertive and say that. But I've always believed you catch more flies with honey. Before a show, especially, we do have a lot of unsold seats. Go to the nearest neighboring houses and say, we're doing the show days. Give me your name. There'll be 2 tickets for you at the box office.
That's a great way to.
I think it is. And if it's unsold seats,
yeah,
you're not losing any money anyway. And it's, to me, that's public relations. And this way, these neighbors who have never gone to a single show, even though they live next door, go in and say, hey, I like it here.
Exactly.
This was fun.
Exactly.
See, but then that's, I don't, now with the powers that be, hear this. I don't know if they're going to say, shut your mouth, Jess. But that's what I would do for PR, especially during the quickies when the space really overflows.
Yeah. It's a twofold, because as an actor, you don't want to perform to an empty crowd either. So to have the seats that kind of, I don't know if you can see the crowd from where you guys are, but I feel like you can feel the energy of the crowd. But I definitely support that suggestion. And as a teacher, I've always said, if there is an issue with something, I don't want to hear just the problem. I want you to come with a solution. So you at least have thought about a solution. It might work, it might not, but why not try? Yeah.
They'll kick themselves and say, I should have been going. Now, another thing I'm going to suggest. Now, I know you're a teacher and you've got to prepare things, but there's a play reading committee. And see, here's the thing with getting older and younger people in. Ron Neal will send you plays to review, and you get to give your opinions and so forth. And it's worth doing because you might think, why don't we try this?
Mm-hmm.
That might be a newer work. Okay? And the questions you will be asked is, how much do you think this will run, like in terms of costumes, settings, and so forth? How do you think this will fly with our audience? Too dark, too risque, too things like that. And it makes you feel good when you can write on a play and then see the plays you really gave praise to are going to be done. And it does, and yes, no, you're not the only one, the reason it's being done, but it does make you feel good saying, hey, I reviewed that. So if you get on the play reading committee, which you might really like, and you get to think about the play and think, oh, this is a great comedy. And see, for example, in January, when we did I Hate Hamlet, it's perfect because it's the winter blahs. The holidays are over. People want to be able to laugh and so forth. The timing of that was perfect.
Oh, and it was so good. My little brother did the lights for that.
Okay. He did a fabulous job.
It was so good.
It's perfect for the audience. It's what people need with the winter blahs.
Yeah, very true.
And another good thing we added, we had 2 February shows, 2 years in a row. We had the vagina monologues, which is intense, and then this February we had something that was unique. So anyway, I keep on my ideas.
That's okay.
The play reading committee for you because reviewing stuff, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
You gotta review stuff.
I did. Yeah. Very good point.
Talent you already have, or you take one you feel a little awkward with, and then you can turn it into something productive, like a comedy. The theater gives you a wonderful outlet for that. So, anyway, I'm glad you talked to me this Monday morning. Sorry we couldn't do it all the time on the Zoom.
That's A-okay. I think just overall, I'm sad the season couldn't finish because I was looking forward to a lot of it, but I'm excited to see the direction that the Colonial's headed. And I thoroughly enjoyed these interviews. I've been watching them. And you know what's very fascinating in all this, and I have a core group of friends that we've been talking about just how people are feeling, and like mental health is really important to me. And you see these people, I mean, Broadway put their shows for free online, and people are like, oh my gosh, I got to watch a Broadway play. I got to do this, I got to do that. And I really hope that people are reevaluating what makes them happy through this, so that they do return to the arts, whether it's performance arts or an art museum, because they're getting all of this free and they're getting like the taste of it. And I feel like it's somewhat addictive. Once you've seen it and you feel it, you want to keep going. So I'm like, all right, you got to see a Broadway show for free. Now go buy a ticket. And that's just, it's 2.5 hours of your time, but it's time well spent. So I'm hoping that having this break and kind of reconnecting to what makes us happy, people will say, I want to go check out my local theater. I want to go check out a show. Because it's therapy for a lot of us.
On with the wind review. If you want, I'll send you my review of the play of Beverly Hillbillies.
Okay.
Because then this way you can unroll it and say, oh, this is all you have to do. You don't have to write. No, you don't. Okay.
Perfect. I mean, that would be great. And because we're out of school for the rest of the year, so I have a lot of time on my hands. I mean, I have a lot of Zoom meetings, but a lot of time on my hands. And I can definitely email Ron and let him know I'd be interested. Thanks, Jess. All right, perfect. Sounds good. Thank you. Bye.